it says here, according to my screen, it says you are alive. So if I'm alive, you're alive, and we want to welcome you to this special edition of We Deliver Houston, where we let local people know what businesses are doing and available, ones that are still open, ones that are trying to serve and take care of their customers, whether it be other businesses or whether it be everyday people, customers and businesses. Today we have on a guest, we have Adrian Leal from IPS Group. Let me see, here's his information. We're gonna put out, and let's just welcome him onto the screen. Hi, Adrian. How's it going?
Doing great. Doing great. Thanks for the invite.
Well, I'm very glad that you're here, because when we talked about this before, I was real curious, because I'm like pretty much most of the public out there. I looked at your website and all that sort of stuff, and it was all great to me. I mean, I'm going, although this is great, but I don't understand what I'm looking at. And I'm sure there's a lot of people like me, people that you service, they know exactly what it is. But people like me who doesn't have a
Yeah.
clue, there's no way I can help you grow your business and tell people about you, because I don't understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to ask you to, and you gave me some slides, and we'll show those in a minute. But I want you, first, let me ask you this: how are you and the family doing through all this, what I call weirdness going on right now?
Yeah, we're doing okay. I mean, working from home, the IPS group, we're scattered from Texas all the way to California and Northwest Mexico. So,
Okay.
So I cover the greater Houston area, Gulf Coast, for what we call B2B. So, I represent a variety of manufacturers who provide product and services for other businesses. And so I have customers from literally a mom and pop shop to...
Does your daughter understand?
Well, that's the funny thing you asked that.
If she looked at your website, she'd understand way more than I would, right?
She is the only one in my family who understands. So the joke in my family for years is, remember in Friends, Chandler Bing had a job and nobody knew what he did. So I'm the Chandler Bing of my family. Nobody knows what I do for a living. They're like, okay, well, yeah, dad or brother, or uncle, he does something with something. And he is always on the phone or on an email, but so only my daughter, who will be my future engineer, knows what I do. And she actually will love if there's a time where I can go to a customer and I'm just dropping off something or just a quick meet and greet. She wants to go. I mean, she wants to go in there. A quick story. I have a customer here in town.
We should have brought her on
the ankle monitors for people who are on parole. Okay. And so I had to drop off some demo equipment. And so she was on spring break, I think. So I said, come with daddy. And she went and she loved it. And she's like, that is so, she wants to know how it all got created. My son couldn't care less.
So here's what I'm going to do right now. Let me share the screen and bring up your stuff. Okay.
Okay.
And
all right,
let me go back.
I'll talk, you drive.
Yeah, you just tell me when to go to the next screen. And see, this is all impressive, but when I look at it, for me, mine would have all the as seen on stuff, because that's what I do, work with media and stuff like that. These, I don't understand any of this. And so I'm going to let you take it away and teach me. I'm a newbie.
All right.
We should have had your daughter on here to explain it to me, probably.
She would have loved that. No, she's doing her summer school workbooks. She's got to do work during the summertime, even though school's out.
Okay. All right. take it away and just tell me when I need to move to the next screen.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and blow up that first slide, and that kind of gives you an idea of who we represent.
All right.
So, where's it go?
All right. This. Let me take this part off.
Well, just go ahead and hit that full screen icon on the bottom. That will show just a slide.
Hell,
Okay, there you go.
no. I thought it was up here. Let's see. This is the fun of live TV. No, that doesn't do it. See, I thought I had this all set up.
So on my computer, down the bottom of the PowerPoint, on the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little like a projector screen icon. Do you have that on yours?
I'm thinking I do. Let's see. There. No, I didn't do it. Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, good. So, like you were saying, I get with my family and some friends, I get the deer in the headlight look when they try to tell them what I do. So, but these, like I said, we represent a variety of manufacturers. Our core business is support people in electronic manufacturing. So, here in the oil gas land of Houston, Texas, a lot of our customers build electronic assemblies, electronic boards, connectors for the oil and gas industry, which means they have to be able to withstand high pressure, high temperature.
Okay.
So what I've done on this particular slide is I've broken it up into different categories. So we have stuff that for electronic assemblies, you have to be careful of static damage. So we have several companies represent that will help you with the static control. There's also a variety of equipment, soldering, hand tools, microscopes, epoxy or fluid dispensing. And then we have a variety of manufacturers represent. When you have a wrench and you are tightening the wrench, we always just do, when we're growing up, you tighten till you can't tighten anymore, then you kick a little bit more. But in these high-tech industries, they have to know the tightness of that wrench or the torque. So we have a variety of manufacturers who create torque wrenches or torque drivers that can measure accurately what your torque is, and also be able to, in some cases, create documentation. People in quality like to hear and see process control.
Okay.
And then on that second page, so to speak, we have a list of different equipments that everything from chairs to benches to fume extraction, epoxies, solder. These are all types of things that we kind of say to our customers, if it's on your bench, including the bench, we probably have a resource for you.
All right, that's cool. All right.
So a lot of my manufacturers represent. They rely on us to get the word out. So, but a lot of times when it's more than just getting the word out, you have to be able to connect with the customer. So if you go to the second slide, our Cadillac of hand tools is a company called Lindstrom. They first started out of Europe in the 18th century, 19th century, and they've been around ever since then. These tools, I literally, I kid you not, Doc, I had to go rent a storage facility for all the samples and demo equipment that I have to show my customers.
Right. Okay.
So these tools are used in electronic assembly. They are used by jewelers. They are used in medical. And so what I can offer for my customers is if I get invited, I will bring my tool case of these Lindstrom cutters. The customer can take a look at them, feel them, cut with them. If they want to try it out, I submit a request. Lindstrom will send them a free cutter for evaluation. Now,
that's good. That's nice. That's good.
And the thing is, these things, they're not like, off the shelf you get from, some, warehouse down here in Houston, or some outlet, tool company. These things are solid, and they're well
So
made.
so these are not what I see in the beauty store.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
exactly right. So, this is a great program. I have, like I said earlier, I have companies that are literally mom and pop shops, all the way to big companies. These big oil and gas companies who are building these high tech downhole tools. I can walk in with my tool case, and they say, "Hey, I want to evaluate, this wire cutter, this needle nose, this tweezers." I submit a request, and Lindstrom will send them a free set of those instruments, those hand tools. And the thought behind this is, they like it. They try out one, and then maybe they have a group of 12 people or 24. Then during that evaluation period, it's okay. Well, you know what? We need to order 10, or we need to order 20, or we need to order 50, and then and now they will enjoy the quality of that hand tool and continue to buy more and more and more.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next slide.
All right.
So this is a really, really nice chair. This chair, Bevco, it's made here in the United States. They have what they call a test drive, and I kid you not. You go on their website. You can either order off their website a particular model, or you can customize. As if you're going to go to you're going to go to GM or Ford or whatever and customize your car. You're going to have delivered to a
Okay.
dealership. They will coordinate with a local distributor to send you a free chair, or not a free chair, a free evaluation.
Okay.
You evaluate the chair for 30 days. If you like it, then you buy it. If you don't like it, you send it back. Or if you like it, but you want a different, say you want armrest, and the one you tried didn't have armrest, then you
Okay.
you ask for modifications.
Okay.
They're well made. Like I said, they're made here in the United States, and they love for people to test drive their. And there's some cases where I had a customer where they test drove a chair that was actually, it was perfect for the engineers who sit behind their desk, but not perfect for the petite women on a production floor.
Right.
So they said, okay, well, we like this, but we need a different chair. So they sent it back, and they got a different one for the people on production. And it was all part of their program to literally get the customer to sit in their chair, not just for like walking into Office Depot and sitting for a
Right.
couple minutes. You actually have it in your production area. So that's a good
So
program that they're offering.
they basically customize it to what the business needs.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
good. That's good.
So next slide.
Okay.
So this is my solder station manufacturer, Hako. They're out of Japan. Our headquarters here in the United States is in California. They do a bang-up job with the quality of their work. They have a 1-year warranty on their equipment. After that year expires, if anything fails on the equipment, they will repair it. And get this, the cost is going to be, I think, $10 plus the cost of whatever was replaced.
Okay.
And
That's
that's it.
good.
So if, for us old guys, you remember the old Maytag repairman,
Yeah.
they,
Yeah.
they have a guy like that over there in California that works on repairs, and supposedly he's not very busy. So, but these three particular products that I highlighted here, the fume extraction which is the bottom right corner picture.
This one.
It can extract the fumes from a workbench, but it's also built to have two hoses. So basically, I can go and extract fumes from two different workbenches by changing those hose directions.
Okay.
Hako now, if you buy a fume extraction, the FA 430, and one hose, they will give you the second hose for free. So
Okay.
that's kind of cool. Um, The second one, which is the middle one, the FM206, that is a workhorse. That one, it has several ports. It's got 3 ports, and you can hook up a variety of handles to do, of course, soldering. They have, if you have to do a repair or modification, you can what we call desolder, and they have a variety of tools to do that. And so with this unit, if you buy the FM206 with 3 different hand pieces, you get the 4th one for free. And that's kind of so. I just visited a customer yesterday, and she has a nice setup. She's got the 3 set up. She's got the extra one for a variety of jobs, and literally, she's like a one-man band because she can do, solder and desolder and rework modifications all on one bench without having to change nothing but just the handle.
Okay.
Now, the last one, this FX100, which is literally my favorite toy, and I do mean toy.
Okay.
So
here.
Yeah, so I'm an engine nerd at heart, and I love stuff like this. So this one, the reason I like it so much is because of the process control. Now, this one, well, on any solder station, you adjust the temperature, right? You adjust the temperature based on what you're soldering. So different solder wires have different temperature requirements in order to melt. However, when you're in a large production area, every assembler is going to tweak that knob based on his or her own preference. And so, and some of these people, they do like the old Tim, the 2-man tailor. If it doesn't work, what did he say? He says more power. And so you got people just jacking that sucker up to whatever temperature because they are in a hurry to reflow that solder. And that's not the best thing because there's certain chemical reactions that are happening as you solder. So this FX100, the solder temperature is determined by which tip you put into the handle.
So it's regulated.
Yes.
Better than most. Okay.
As a quality manager or production manager, you can literally issue out each tip to your workers and say, okay, I know that they're working on this assembly using this type of solder. Okay, well, if that's the case, they need this tip. This is the only tip and so now they can't under temperature, they can't over temperature. They are using, and different components have different surface area that needs to be soldered.
So it's more precise and less willy-nilly. So
exactly. And of course, and you have situations where English is not the first language. A lot of people who are working in assembly area.
So they wouldn't understand my technical term called willy-nilly.
Oh, I think only a few of us would.
Okay.
So they will know that the production manager or quality manager will say, okay, here's your tip. You can only use this, and so now the assembler will know they can't change it. There's nothing on that panel that says I can change the temperature, and so that's kind of cool. Now this one, Hakko is offering a special pricing on this one. This thing normally goes around $500 and some change, but if you trade in any solder station, any unit, any condition, they knock off $200.
That's great.
Yeah. So I have a customer down here in Houston, over in the Gulfston area, and they make heavy duty power strips for bands who put on concerts. And so you can imagine, on a stage, they're going to have all kinds of, the amps, the guitars, the wireless microphones. So they're going to need something that's going to be industrial, that's going to hold up to and so they were using some old non-Hakko pieces of equipment that had no process control, that had no, not even an off and on switch. They just plug it in, plug it, unplug it. If the person left for the day and forgot to unplug it, that sucker was on all night long.
So basically, what I'm getting so far, and this is all really cool to know, is that things that the general public normally goes to enjoy or participate in and things of that nature, probably somewhere along the line, you had a lot to do with getting the equipment and the venue and everything ready so that the general public could enjoy
Yeah.
whatever they're doing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I mean, and I love this equipment. I love this stuff. I love showing it. I love putting it into the hands of my customers. I have several demos going on right now. And usually the demo ends up with them buying at least one, maybe two of these pieces of equipment.
Okay, cool.
So next slide.
All right.
So this one, in the electronic industry, they will have reels of components that will be spun out and put, to create a circuit board.
Right.
And these components get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Right.
Well, they might cost a few cents for each one, but you can imagine they'll have, hundreds, thousands, maybe 10,000s of these reels in inventory. And every year they have to check inventory. They have to do what we call a cycle count. They have to pay taxes on what is in their inventory. It can take somebody, I don't know, a customer I talked to last year, he had 12 people and for a whole week sat there and they literally just counted all the components on the strip of reels. This machine uses x-rays. You take the machine, you take the reel, you slide it in there, it counts all the components within that reel in under 20 seconds and spits out a report. And in some cases, if you want to, it'll spit out a barcode label you stick right on it.
So it saves a lot of time.
Yes, yes, it sure. So
and it sure beats those old X-ray glasses we used as kids.
yeah, that goes. Yeah. So this manufacturer, they're out in California and they're knocking off $10,000 off the price, which is pretty cool. So next slide.
Right.
So here, what I have, so the stuff that I just showed you earlier is stuff that it's our bread and butter. But considering what everybody's going through, a lot of our manufacturers are providing different things to help our customers deal with the current pandemic. So I've brought a few things here. If you want to click on that first one, the alcohol loaded swabs, it's a short video. It's kind of cool. They take swabs and it's the stem has alcohol already in it. You break it and it saturates the swab. You wipe it and then you're good to go. People use this a lot for small devices that need cleaning that they normally can't get in there.
IPA Clean Swab is a high-quality, all-purpose swab for the critical cleaning of small and hard-to-reach areas. Class 100 laundered and packaged, the IPA Clean Swab is free of releasable particulates, making it ideal for medical surfaces and cleanroom environments up to ISO Class 4. The product is suitable to use in a variety of applications. The non-abrasive head features an inner layer of foam for absorbency and an outer layer of microdenier for holding contaminants. The handle contains a reservoir of 99.9% isopropyl alcohol and once released is absorbed into the soft paddle head. To operate,
you can cut it off right there. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
The solvent will now be absorbed into the soft paddle head.
All right, let's get back out of this. Back into this. There we go.
Okay, so then the other things we have, there is one of my customers makes an antimicrobial door push pad, and I have it's this right here. This is actually this is a real one. So you put this on your door, and it has an adhesive back. As a customer or employee puts their hand on here, it will attract and contain any contaminants that are on your hand. And at the end of the day, all you do is just wipe it down. Then we have a manufacturer who has a factory down in Argentina, and they're making a 3-layer foam reusable and washable face mask. And then we have a company in California that are making a plastic corrugated barrier for work, school, or restaurants. They're very low cost. They're easy to set up. and you can put them like at workbenches, lunch stops.
Could you put them around desks?
Yep, sure can. And then the after I go to the last one, we'll pull up those other slides over there. Then as far as barriers, we also have a mobile divider, and then for a workbench, we have a workstation divider. So if you click on the top left hand screen up there, slide, you see where it's got that one right there.
Right.
So here's more information on that door push pad. You can put it basically anywhere. It also comes in different sizes, different colors. You can customize it. You can put your own company's name on there. If you have your own health and safety environment initiative, if you have a logo you'll put on there, you can do that. Whoops.
All right. Down
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Back to this one. So you want to go to the next slide?
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Okay. So click on that the bottom. The bottom one is a short video.
Where? This one?
No. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, here.
Yeah. So they're trying to show, they took a spritzer and trying to, like somebody was sneezing. So if you look closely, as they spritz, nothing is getting through that foam.
Okay.
And those are in stock. They're made in South America. They are very low cost, depending on the quantity. We can get these in the customer's hands right away. The next one.
All right, next one. Here.
So here's that one. That's the corrugated plastic dividers. They have some for a desk or for sitting down, or they also have them for if you have a stand-up type of area going on, like in production, where you have people doing some kind of assembly. They can put those together. The green ones, you just put them right next to each other. So some customers don't have the luxury of having social distances. They don't have the room. So here, you create barriers and between the people and allow them to work without separating them far and wide.
Like here. Okay. All right.
Okay. Next one. So this is from a company out in Florida. These are used a lot in the hospital industry for privacy, but now they are focusing now not just for privacy, but also, to put a divider between people. This cloth type material can be washed. The stainless steel construction, and it's rugged, and so it'll take a beating, and you move it where you need it.
Okay, cool. Next.
Next one. So this one is actually these are a plastic. And it's kind of hard to see because it's clear, but they're plastic curtains that are mounted on workbenches. So if you have a situation where you have a line of workbenches and you're trying to social distance your people, and your workbenches are already hardwired or they're already connected to where they're at, you can put these plastic curtains to divide your workers, not worry about them being so close to each other.
All right, cool.
So I think that's the last one. Go to the last page. So yeah, again, we are here. I'm here in Houston. I'm a native Houstonian. My whole career has been in Houston. The joke with the owners of the company in Dallas is that, okay, who did you go see, and who did you know already? So because of being here, I literally run into a lot of customers, a lot of people who I've known from the past at my customers that I go see. So I'm available, for phone calls, video conference, social distance visits. I can do that as well. We can do demos. We can provide some training in coordination with our different manufacturers. It's a tough time right now, so we're trying to help our customers as much as we can, knowing that, they're trying to keep afloat. They're trying to keep their employees employed. They're trying to put, food on the table and keep people, busy. So,
I got you.
We'll get through this. I mean, I've been around, like the majority of my career has been in oil and gas, and I've been through the ups and downs of oil and gas. But this is just a weird time right now. But we'll get through it.
Yep. Well, Adrian, I want to thank you for the education. I found it interesting. I hope that when people see this, it will let them know something. The thing I like about it, it gives me some background on a lot of stuff that I enjoy. What goes into making it available for me to go and enjoy.
Yep.
So that's very, very, very interesting, and I think it's very cool. So I want to thank you for coming on today. And we'll have this all over Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all those different places. A lot of groups on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere. And one of the things I ask people to do when they watch these videos on YouTube, I ask them to do a share party so that other people can learn something too and find out about local businesses and what they're doing and how they're helping and supporting people. So I want to thank everyone for coming today. Appreciate you joining us, and we will talk again on the next We Deliver Houston. Adrian, thank you, and we're gonna close out here. I'm going to hit end the broadcast.
Thank you.
All right.